right, good morning. We're here at first qualifying standards meet at UNH. Sunday morning, got the girls 3K going. About, I don't even know how many laps in. I think they just went through 4, right?
Yeah, so we're at 2 minutes and 22 seconds. I'm Jim McKenzie here with Mike Smith. And so we got a mixture of Division I, Division II schools trying to get the qualification times to move on to the state championship on 2 weeks away.
Yeah, and they're looking, everybody's here basically looking to improve their position in the standings at this point. Top 12 individuals, top 9 teams on the relays move up, and so what do you think? People are gonna really want to put their name in the top 15. 12. You got to put it in the top 12 to be sure, but with scratching stuff, if you're in the top 15, generally, except maybe the 1500 where everybody basically runs that.
Just bang it out there. I mean, this year it's kind of a wide open. Who's in contention to?
Right.
And sometimes it comes down to you play the numbers, you figure out what you're going to do, and see where you stack up. And
yeah, but you come into a meet like this, and the one thing that you have on your mind is whatever time that you're already in at.
Yep.
Let's see if we can
improve
on that time and move up a little bit in the standings so that that you're secured a spot.
Right.
Anyways.
Yeah, I'd rather have the security than sitting home and waiting to know if I got in and out because of a scratch.
Exactly. I mean, I think sometimes there are some events that you can anticipate based on if you know the field, and there's a history of some events getting more scratches than others.
Right.
Like the 1500 almost is never a scratch because it's the last race of the day, and people figure they've already gone hard. Everybody's already gone hard. You might as well just keep on it and try to see if you can score.
It's
points.
not like the old days where you sit around and the meet went a lot slower. It comes quick now.
It does come quick.
The days of tripling and quadrupling are far and few between,
and
unless you're the dominant.
Yeah, if you're extremely dominant, or, I think you do see it happen and stuff like that, and when you're looking at a close team battle, and, maybe you'd be normally one of the top-ranked athletes, but they're just looking to grab a few points here and there.
Exactly.
So we got 2 out. That's across, I believe, from Pinkerton. About halfway through, according to the time, I guess, right?
Remember, this is a 160-meter track
160-meter track.
So 10 laps essentially to a mile, 1,600. So every 2.5 laps is a quarter. And as they just went through a quarter, that's that one over there where they're getting their measurement from. So they're coming up on the back of the field.
Yeah.
Lapping.
Which if you're in a 3K, you actually probably want to see the back of that field.
Yeah, you want to see it, and then my thought is you always want to pretend that they're part of the field.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? You're working up on them. But nothing worse than getting trapped going just like this, going into the corner. You kind of want to get away from it because you're just adding a lot of extra distance on.
Yep. And then you also have to adjust to whatever pace they're going. I would like to be free and clear, and they are now as they come through.
The worst thing is when you're coming around for your finishing kick and you've basically
paid out the exact number of meters.
Yeah, and you get caught in a pick play.
Yeah.
I saw it happen several times where the lead pack would be catching up to the last pack, and that first person gets around and just uses the group as a pick.
Well, and if you don't, then you're not doing it right. Something that you learn.
Yep.
And some people never learn it, actually, but it's definitely a learned experience.
So you got to kind of know where the field is that you're coming up on in the back of your mind. I'm looking at Spencer Sawyer over there, and I remember Forrest's first 3,000-meter race up in Plymouth, and Spencer played it perfectly.
Yes.
And it was an eye-opening thing.
Yeah. That's the thing. If you can get it right before the corner, and they got to pass the field, sometimes that can be just what you need. And so now opening up a lead is Megan Cross of Pinkerton. Buford of Londonderry behind her. They had been running in tandem through the mile, but there's probably, I don't know, 12 meters on them.
Yeah.
And I think Cross has caught the entire field at this point. She's up on her teammate, and I think that's the last person she needs to catch to lap the field. She's got about 15 meters at this point. Actually, no, Sheldon Fisher is still out.
Yeah, she hasn't lapped everybody yet.
No, one left.
Cross has put up some pretty good numbers
She has.
this year. She's got a 10:59.39 going in. So decent.
Yep.
Which sits her in 6th place in the state Division I right now.
I would say the one thing based on cross country and stuff that you can say about Megan Cross is she is consistent.
Yes.
Fisher coming through the start-finish line at 9 minutes. And 40 meters behind her is Cross.
Carolyn Toll's got the best time at 45 seconds.
She does.
Going in. A 10:05. That's pretty impressive.
Well, her performance last year at Division I was pretty impressive too, winning both the 3K and the 1500. And there was nobody giving either of those races to her, so. .947. It looks like we're in the penultimate lap at this point. You get an idea as they come to the start finish. Sheldon Fisher coming through. She just got given the 2 signal, I think. Here comes Cross. She's on her final lap. We're looking at 10:23. No bell here today, I guess.
It's not. Where is it?
There was no bell at New Balance last night either. It was kind of a weird thing. I mean, because that certainly gets the adrenaline going.
Yeah.
Hearing that bell.
Hearing the bell.
She's 100 meters out now. Sheldon Fisher is the one entrant that's not going to get lapped in Londonderry. Beaufort as well. And there we go.
10:59.
Pretty much solo effort. Beaufort with 11:09, so 10 seconds.
Yeah. 10:58.97 she ended up with.
Yeah, for some reason on the screen there, there we go. They're moving the names up. Sheldon Fisher coming across, 11:25. Gaffigan of Pinkerton finishing up. Well, right now their seeding and their ranking have pretty much played out as it was on paper. Until there. You know, I've had a lot of kids that run the 3K, and one thing that they have issue with, I think it's probably not just a UNH thing, it's a Dartmouth and Plymouth State. We haven't been to Exeter yet, but is they call it the indoor track hack. That after you suck in this dry,
burn?
Yeah, the burn.
It's nothing worse than that.
And I know sometimes when the long jump pit is extremely dry and you got jumpers in there, you come around that corner and that's where it kicks off. All right, so we got Cross from Pinkerton at 10:58, Beaufort of Londonderry 11:09, Fisher of Coe-Brown 11:25, McGaffigan, Pinkerton 11:48, Dobbins of Nashua North 12:03, and Searles, Nashua North.
In this race, the boys 3,000, we had Kasich from Coe-Brown, Mahalik Coe-Brown, Daly of Londonderry, Hogney of Coe-Brown, Wells Coe-Brown, Cox of Coe-Brown, Peyton of Merrimack, Preble of Pinkerton, Connolly of Pinkerton, Brennan Pinkerton, Charles Pinkerton, Siegel of Hanover. So I'll tell you what, this is a pretty stacked field.
This is a very stacked field. You say Pinkerton or Coe-Brown at all?
Yeah, a few times, huh? Probably two of the best. Well, yeah, I would say the two best teams this year in cross country.
Certainly, the Brennan Conley Preble triple is not a bad trip.
It's going to be an interesting race.
Yeah, it should be, and we'll see how they're going here pretty quick. Looks like a little jostling, but you got a lot of guys that are going to be content to see where we go from here. As they come up through the start finish, everybody's jockeying and looking around trying to figure out.
Just get going, guys. Don't waste this effort.
Not when you've got that many studs on the track.
30, so a 10-minute mile pace right there.
Aiden just went to the front. I think he realized if he's going to bother, he needs to push the pace. Now we got separation.
Yeah. Yeah,
there they go.
Don't mess around.
Yeah. Now we're going. 58 through the quarter.
Nope,
no,
that's the quarter.
Yeah, it's not the quarter. That's
quarter is right there.
there.
So 65 now.
There we go.
So we're back on now.
You've got teammates Aiden Kasich leading with Brennan and Conley right behind him. Brennan's probably the most unsuspecting. When you see him, you know he's a distance runner just by his build.
Yeah.
But he doesn't act with a commanding presence at all, but he runs with one.
Well, Connolly's brother ran a good one in here yesterday. He ran a 8:33, 3,000 meter. Yeah, and it went out slow. And at one point, he dropped to 25.11 in the middle of the race and just dumped the whole class.
Wow.
8:33 is pretty good in here.
Yeah, and when you said they went out slow.
So they just went through in two. Let's see.
No,
the half would be right here.
Right here.
2:22. So 4:44 pace, which is 9:28 for the 2 mile.
It seemed like that first lap was slow. The second lap was fast, and now they've kind of dialed in. And it is strung out. Cox right to the front, Luke right behind him. Brendan about 5 meters back with Conley a couple meters back from there.
Which really opened right up now.
It has. Those 4 have a straightaway on the entire field now. And while they're going, I would be thinking if I was the 2 Pinkerton boys, I'd want to work my way up there.
Yeah.
I don't
connect on and just try to work
right,
together.
Because right now, both of them are in there. Conley's the only one that's got the benefit of being able to see anybody's back at this point. But, I mean, to be fair, I suppose the gap's not widening. You certainly want to stem the bleeding for sure, but.
They're slowing up a little bit now.
Yeah.
Now they're starting to click off 29s. But still not bad.
They look smooth up front. What do you think? You think they got a plan? There's certainly one slotted in right behind the other, and they're beginning to see the back of the field now. Kazik's running right up inside Aiden now.
What's that?
Is he controlling the cameras?
Yes.
And they just claimed their first victim.
So we'll see.
And they're looking good, and they are opening up a slight gap. The gap is growing a little bit.
They're definitely pressing it pretty good. We'll see what they get. We'll see what they're at the 1600.
Well, it's going to be good for them now because they've got people probably the rest of the way. The field's spread out pretty good. There's not a lot of traffic in their way, but they are seeing the backs of the guys in front of them now.
So 447 at the 1600-meter mark. So that's a good quality.
Mm-hmm.
Looking at 934 for a 2-mile.
And it looks like Aiden's starting to open a little bit of a gap back to his teammate Luke. Both of them look smooth as silk right now. Pinkerton guys look good too, but they're 20 meters off the lead. Rest of the field has really become an afterthought.
Well, if you can get sub-9 in here, it's a pretty good accomplishment.
It is. And Aiden now has 7 meters on Luke.
I think Luke's gonna. I think he's gonna make a move back up.
He ought to.
I don't know. They both look a little tired right now.
Aiden's definitely now.
Aiden just threw another little surge in there.
Yeah, and he's definitely now locked onto the backs of the rest of the field. He's definitely become the shark at this point. He does look smooth. And Luke has almost got out of sight of the Pinkerton chase crew. Aiden's rolling now.
Yeah, it's once you get to the point, then you start feeling the momentum.
Yep. I think also sometimes when you get over that halfway mark, you know that you've got over half the work done. You can start laying it out there if you're feeling it. See what he's doing. Aiden's now got 25 meters on Luke. Luke is being closed down on by Brennan and Connolly, but he's still got, I don't know, about 15 meters, maybe 12 meters.
Yeah, they can work together to catch him, but I don't know if they will. I think they might run out of.
Yeah. Can't see what they're giving for laps in here. It's so easy to lose track once they start lapping the field because it's an odd number of laps anyways. Oh, they're in hunt mode.
So his last, Aiden's last one was 30 seconds.
Seeing 3 there, 4 there. All right, two laps for Aiden now, they're saying.
He's clicking off basically 5-minute mile pace right now.
But he has an entire straight on the field with 2 laps to go. Brennan and Conley are chasing Luke hard.
Yep, he's going to have.
And it looks like they're gonna get there. They're there now with a little over a lap and a half to go, and they're trying to go by. Luke's Luke's doing a good job fighting him off and maintaining that inside position. 1 lap to go, 8:38. He's going to run just over 9 minutes, unless he closes like crazy. Kasich, Preble, and Conley, shoulder to shoulder.
It's ought to be a good race for second, third, and fourth. We'll see who wants it the most.
At this point, it looks like Conley's got the upper hand speed-wise. And here comes Aiden, 9:07. And here they go, rolling for second.
Look at this.
Yeah. 9:11, 9:12, 9:13. And I think they have essentially an entire lap on the rest of the field.
So Cox, 9:06.87. Had a little glitch there. Has Peyton 9:07.04, which I know is wrong.
Right.
So it would have been Connolly 9:12.07, Kasich 9:12.8, Brennan 9:13.04. There we go.
The vast majority of the field is coming in under the 9:50 mark.
Preble was 9:29, Pinkerton. Peyton, Merrimack 9:39.29. So a decent run.
Yeah, I mean that was like you said, a quality field. We've got almost all the competitors in now at this point, under 10:15. 10:17 for your last guy in a field that had, I don't know, was that 15 kids?
Yeah, it was a good field.
That was a good field. All right, they're setting up the hurdles. I think that'll improve Aiden's position, but I'm not sure about the other guys.
Yeah, just Aiden. I think Brennan and Connolly, it might move them up a little bit.
Again, what you're looking at, right, from
you scroll back down a little bit. Just want to see what they had.
those
3,000. So what do you got there?
Luke, yeah, at 9:27. So that does boost him up quite a bit.
Yeah, Brennan moved up, and what was Connolly? You have one on the board yet?
Yeah, that appears to be his opener. So
that was decent then.
Yep.
Come in with a 9:12.
Yep. So you've got John Murphy of Concord and Juho Hato of Nashua South that were sitting in the 11th and 12th spot.
Well, Murphy ran a 9:27 yesterday over at Phillips Exeter.
Oh, okay. So some of these haven't been updated.
Yeah.
Now, looking through the battle notes, we should have maybe the top seed will be Shauna Ruth in the 55 hurdles based on the teams that are here. The guys, Portsmouth's here, so Andrew Kelly right now sitting in third. On the battle notes should be our oh, wait a minute. That's right, I forgot the battle notes are that way. So Connor Cellini, of course. We were looking at the battle notes and they're split out into D2 and D1. Connor Cellini of Pinkerton should be top for the guys, but we're going with the girls. I know I heard him say on your marks. And here we go.
So we have 4 runners. Portsmouth's leading the way. Timberlane in there.
Yeah. So that was Portsmouth. Slightly different uniform.
I don't know. I missed it. Timberlane. Yep.
Timberlane.
All right.
Timberlane. What's Timberlane's mascot? Pioneers?
Owl.
Ow.
So it says Irving of Merrimack Valley 994 Ruth Timberlane.
That's not what it looked like
no,
on the
it was
screen.
a maroon. It was definitely a maroon uniform. Merrimack Valley's got like a dark.
There we go.
So
Morin
of Portsmouth 950. Irving Merrimack Valley 994. So it's Ruth 994 of Timberlane. Irving and Merrimack Valley 994. Dooley of Portsmouth 995. Law of Portsmouth 10.63. Woods of Pinkerton 10.73.
Section 2, we got O'Laughlin of Wyndham, Wheaton of Pinkerton, Weeks of Portsmouth, Garrity of Merrimack Valley, and Cray of Portsmouth. Portsmouth certainly got hurdlers.
Always have.
Always have. Read off 6 names. I'm only seeing 4 hurdlers.
Portsmouth's going to go 1-2 in that. Weeks of Portsmouth at 9.46. Cray of Portsmouth 10.03. Wheaton of Pinkerton 10.58. O'Laughlin of Wyndham 11.24. Garrity Merrimack Valley did not start.
That would make sense with what we saw on the video. All right, Section 3, Hodge of Merrimack Valley, Edo Poco, Trinity, Connors, Memorial, Koblinski, Portsmouth, Sewell, Portsmouth, and Connors, Pinkerton. I can tell you one of the things that's been awesome this year is the fact that the auto timing here now.
Yes, makes a big difference.
Makes a big difference, and it's just it standardizes everything that these kids race. So that's good. You know, so that if you're racing up at Dartmouth,
right,
and if you're racing, you know that the times, as opposed to the roundup and then add 0.24. Merrimack Valley up front. Well, Portsmouth girls were closing her down over the last bit.
Actually, Connors. I coached her brother in wrestling. So Connors of Memorial at 9.85. Sewell of Portsmouth 10.10. Etta Capolo of Trinity 10.12. Koblinski of Portsmouth 10.14. Hodge of Merrimack Valley 10.91, and Connors of Pinkerton 11.36.
2 Connors in there.
Yep.
You, Sarah Connors. Remember the Terminator?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So how was that meet last night? Evidently my invite was lost in the mail or something.
Yeah, New Balance Indoor Grand Prix.
I watched it on TV.
You watch it on TV?
Yeah.
In some ways it might be better on TV. I was down there for about 3 hours, and I was mentioning that we've come a long way in advancement, engineering and technology, but those seats are so uncomfortable for 3 hours.
Yeah.
I end up spending the last 45 minutes standing up.
I actually thought about that. I was like, I'm glad I didn't get the invite.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure wherever you watch it from was more comfortable than where I watch it from.
Will Coogan had a pretty good one, huh?
He did. He was hanging out in the middle of the pack for a while, and they kind of got going slow. Well, I shouldn't say that. Cruz Culpepper went out to the front and then slowed the whole thing down.
Oh, he did? That's how it went on. I missed that race.
Yeah. Yep. And then, but then they ended up getting going, and Will ran a smart race. There was a couple other guys that were trying to react to every single little move that happened, and that was definitely making it difficult for some. One of the guys that was in third place with 3 laps to go ended up in last place.
Yeah, and that Fleury kid's run a 407 or 408 before,
Yep.
so, you know, it's a pretty big accomplishment to beat some of those guys. But a race is a race, and
You have to race whoever's there
Doesn't
and however
matter.
they do
Yeah.
it. You got to be able to respond. That's, I mean, you can. I was talking to Tim earlier and about the broadcast and stuff like that because I've got Landon in the second meet, and he goes, "I can spell you" or whatever, and I'm like, the kid's gonna do what the kid's gonna do. He does it. You know, I really don't tell him the what's and hows and stuff like that. You got to respond in the race that you're in.
exactly.
But there was definitely some good racing down there. You know, we had some interesting seats. They were jammed right up against the edge, so we were down on the far corner in one spot. But it was also athlete access to the track, and so we were able to watch the athletes go by. In a number of cases, they were hanging out there. All right, we got the scoring heat now.
Yeah.
Irving of Merrimack Valley, Connors of Memorial, Weeks of Portsmouth, Morin of Portsmouth, Ruth of Timberlane, and Dooley of Portsmouth. In order to not have to mess with the hurdles or anything like that, they run the girls.
Bang it right in, huh?
Bang it right in, and then come back and run the finals.
So my feeling about these qualifying meets is this isn't the state championship. So you lay it out there, and you don't care if you come in first, second, third, fourth, fifth, whatever. You're getting the time.
Yeah, absolutely.
Take the race strategy out of it and just come here and run fast. That is it.
There's no.
And if you've got
really
if you've already got a good qualifying time, then take a chance.
Oh, absolutely. Right, because sometimes it's, you just need to catch a little fire.
That's it. And you'll have some competition around you.
Absolutely.
Because everybody's has the same mindset.
All right, they're in their blocks.
How did Gavin Sherry look last night? The kid who came in third in the mile.
Yeah, I mean, he ended up running well, but he got caught up in a little bit of the give and take there that he should have just chilled out a little bit more.
So the Portsmouth girls got a different uniform, slightly different uniform.
Yeah.
So Weeks of Portsmouth, 9.27. Morin of Portsmouth, 9.31. Dooley of Portsmouth, 9.73. Connors of Memorial, 9.77. Ruth of Timberlane, 9.98.
Yeah, I mean, the girl from Portsmouth is the one girl with a different uniform.
Yeah.
Weeks. But, yeah, there was some good racing down there last night. El Purrier, formerly of UNH.
Yeah. 9:29.
Was in 2 mile with Emma Coburn. Emma Coburn went to the front, just under 1,000 meters to go, and Elle had been mid-pack, and so the two of them ended up kind of opening up a gap. And for a while, it looked like Coburn. She's definitely had a couple of strides on her, but Purrier finished, last lap, just laid the hammer down, opened up some big ground on Coburn.
She's running really well.
Yeah. That was for me, as a distance guy, that was probably the best race we saw. All right, I'm not really sure exactly what we got going on here.
Donovan Brazier was pretty impressive in the 600 there.
He was. But even more so than that. He ran second fastest time
14.
American history and stuff like that. But it's his own record. But he really they kind of got off to a little bit of a slow start.
Yep.
And then he made a huge move. Total change of gears.
So in this heat, we got Campbell of Portsmouth, Farmer of Timberlane, Cellini of Pinkerton, Palermo of Portsmouth, Fuller of Portsmouth, and Maloney of Nashua North. So Cellini aired out to the front. He's ranked 1 in Division I with 7.62. He took that easily. So Cellini, Pinkerton, 7.90. Palermo of Portsmouth, 8.72. I said Cellini of Pinkerton. Farmer of Timberlane, 9.13. Campbell of Portsmouth, 9.28. Maloney of Nashua North, 9.45. Fuller of Portsmouth did not finish. Section 2, Thuet of Portsmouth, Gonzalez of Nashua North, Heiser of Merrimack, Jacob Ellis of Wyndham, Cote of Memorial, Ripperger of Portsmouth.
Ripperger. See if he Rippergers one right now. Cellini was way out front in
Way
that,
out, yeah.
and what? We're only 2 hurdles in at this point.
Yeah, that kid's just fast.
He's
good.
fast. Merrimack and Wyndham.
Jacob Ellis of Wyndham.
Yeah.
Looks like he took that one. So Jacob Ellis of Wyndham, 8.38. Heiser of Merrimack, 8.71. Gonzalez of Nashua North, 8.97. Cote of Memorial, 8.98. Thuet of Portsmouth, 9.01. And Ripperger of Portsmouth, 9.35.
I guess Rippinger didn't Rippinger it.
No, not too much.
All right, coming up in the next heat, we got Cruz of West, Choi of Pinkerton, Perry of Nashua North, Mood of Portsmouth, Foster of Memorial, and Haddad of Merrimack. Must be the last heat because I'm seeing non-athletes standing behind the blocks, holding them.
So Perry is the second best hurdler in Division I. Comes in with a 7.70. We got some good hurdlers again this year. You know, Cellini, Perry, and John Ellie.
I mean, Cellini and Ellie had to survive under the shadow of Billy Powers.
Yep.
I mean, Billy Powers is just ridiculous.
Well, it's like Adam Spencer last year, how good he was.
Yeah. And like you said, Nashua North.
It's a good time right there. So Perry of Nashua North, 7.86. Mood of Portsmouth, 8.72. Choi of Pinkerton, 8.74. Foster of Memorial, 8.83. Cruz of West, 8.93. Haddad of Merrimack, 9.59.
So we'll definitely see Perry back in the final.
Yeah, Perry against Cellini, that'll look pretty good. Maybe they can drop it down a little bit below 7.6.
Yeah. I'd like to see that. I'm sure they would too. Oh, looks like we got one more heat. With 2 guys. We've got Carusis of Portsmouth and Anderson of Memorial. Who you got?
I'm going to have to go with Portsmouth.
Okay, I'll go with Anderson.
This isn't an installment of DraftKings here.
Here we go. Oh, Anderson of Memorial in the lead. Oh, this is a race. Up. Looks like it'll be Anderson. Cough up my money.
Anderson Memorial 9.75, Carusis 10.10.
I don't think either of those times are going to move those boys on.
Nope.
Got to wonder, though, these guys just run 9.75, 10.10. Not stellar times by any means, but you don't know. They could be just starting out as freshmen.
So wow. In the finals, we're going to have Mood of Portsmouth, Jacob Ellis of Wyndham, Perry of Nashua North, Cellini of Pinkerton, Heiser of Merrimack, and Palermo of Portsmouth. So this should be a good one between Perry and Cellini.
I think you'd be crazy to not take Cellini in this one, but
I don't know, pretty close. It's going to be interesting.
Race, it's all about timing. Remember hearing a conversation between, or from one of our 110-meter hurdlers, U.S., and talking about the difficulty in working out that pattern when you've got wind behind you and wind against you, how different it changes the race. And you still think it's like 110 meters, but it's if you get in, if you got the wind at your back, that can be as bad as the wind. You get a great time, but the timing of it can be very difficult.
Yeah, you start coming up on the hurdle a lot quicker.
Something that doesn't happen in the 400 hurdles where you get to make that adjustment in between.
Yep.
And
should be a good quality race right here.
Well, they're in the blocks. Here we go.
Cellini. Cellini and Jacob. Cellini, Mood and.
No, it's got to be
No,
Perry.
I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't think so either. It certainly didn't look unless he got him on a lean that we didn't see. They're giving him the exact same time.
There we go.
There we go.
Cellini, Pinkerton, 7.76. Perry of Nashua North, 7.78. Jacob Ellis of Wyndham, 8.26. Heiser of Merrimack, 8.72. Mood of Portsmouth, 8.73. And Palermo of Portsmouth, 8.77.
While it wasn't super fast, you wanted a good race, and 0.02 of a second is a pretty good race.
Well, Jacob Ellis took off 0.2 of a second off that. So that's pretty good. He went from 8.46 to 8.26.
All right, as the hurdles come off and we get ready for the girls' 55.
So Jacob Ellis was the only one who really improved out of that group.
Yeah. All right, in the first section we've got Dale Leans of Londonderry, Wilson of Milford, Masumbuko, I'm sorry about that one, Vance of Merrimack, Batorne of Portsmouth, and Monahan of Wyndham. Got to see Lolo Jones hurdle last night in the 60.
Yeah, how'd she look?
Well, she was the slowest of the field, but she had also hurdled either the night before or that morning over at BU too. So
she had her day in the sun, though.
She certainly did. Here we go. We're getting slow-mo on the screen, but
I'm going to say Masumbuko took that.
Yeah, I would say so. Based on when they passed us.
So Massabuco Central 762, Vance of Merrimack 774, Bortone of Portsmouth 797, Wilson of Milford 799, Delineus of Londonderry 8.13.
Girls section 2, Waters of Londonderry, Ononyango of Hanover, Coy of Nashua North, Ricard of Portsmouth, O'Brien of Merrimack, and O'Hare of Wyndham.
How is that allowed?
Can you get that one down again to 1?
Tight up front right now, but it looks like North.
Coy of Nashua North. She's the number 1 in state in Division 1. So Coy took that at 7.66. Ricard of Portsmouth 7.75. O'Brien of Merrimack 7.85. Onyango of Hanover 7.90. O'Hare had a good race.
All right, we've got, they're trying to kill me on this. Ogbanamiri of Merrimack, Karoma of Merrimack, McLean of Hanover, Houghton of Central, Gazzono of Milford, and Vigueris of Portsmouth.
So Ella McLean of Hanover, she comes in as the number 1 runner in the state with 7.43.
We've got an empty lane.
And
They're in the blocks. There we go. And McLean out front. She's in trainers.
She was?
She was in trainers, yes.
Oh, my God. And she just put out a 7.64. So McLean of Hanover, 7.64. Karoma of Merrimack, 7.92.
Gazzono?
Yeah.
Gazzono
of Milford, 7.96. Ogbanary of Merrimack's 8.18. Vigueris of Portsmouth, 8.21.
Houghton of Central didn't start.
Gazzono.
Zonio.
Yep.
Ogbanamiri. All right, looks like we got a section 4. We don't have the names for you yet. 2, 3. Onyango of Hanover, Noyoga of Wyndham, McLaughlin of Portsmouth, and Hudson of Central. So we are seeing a smattering now of those Portsmouth uniforms.
Yeah.
So she's got a couple Portsmouth girls lined up right behind her. You think that's another heat sitting there behind them, and they just have to split it into 4 and 4, or?
Yeah, probably. I would say.
There they go.
Tight race.
Yeah. Looks like Wyndham.
Nyanga of Wyndham, 7.92. McLaughlin, Portsmouth, 8.01. Hudson Central, 8.13. And Ayungo of Hanover, 8.34.
And that's exactly what it was. They've got, they had 8 girls left after the first 3 heats, so now they've split them 4 and 4. And section, says section 2, but it's a 5th heat. Aladi of Portsmouth, Mikado of North, Law of Portsmouth, and Sewell of Portsmouth. North in the lead on that one. By a bit.
Mikado of Nashua North, 7.91. Aladi of Portsmouth, 8.35. Law of Portsmouth, 8.43. Sewell of Portsmouth, 8.52.
All right, now we've got the boys lining up behind, setting their blocks. Looking at, what is that, lane 6, Cole Brown. Cole Brown's lone sprinter. They always seem to have one. All right, we got Levin of Portsmouth, McLeod of Londonderry, Dane of Pinkerton, Paul Hamas of Merrimack, Abirachet of Wyndham, and Higas of Cole Brown. Oh, that's Porter.
And Porter's got some pretty good range.
Yeah. Well, he's run cross country, though he didn't do it this year. And he's a real solid 800 guy, but he's definitely one of those powerful, fast twitch runner type.
Yeah.
Mid-distance guys. Doesn't look at it on our screen because you can't see anything, but that's a different look for him.
Yep. What, coming in last in his heat?
Well, that and the scruffy beard and long hair.
Yeah. He's fast, though, but he's got to carry out that speed to the different lengths. So Dane of Pinkerton, 6.86. Bahamas of Merrimack, 6.91. Arbishad of Wyndham, 7.0. McLeod Londonderry, 7.08. Levin of Portsmouth, 7.15. And Higas of Cole Brown, 7.19.
I think that's 55 meters. He doesn't have enough time to get up to speed.
Nope.
I had a kid that wasn't a very good 100-meter guy, but was a pretty darn good 55 guy.
Yeah.
Great start. That's kind of where that all ended.
It comes.
All right, we got Walker of Pinkerton, Neal of Wyndham, Rodriguez of West, Bayless of Merrimack Valley, Manti of Wyndham, and Demio of Merrimack.
This kid from West is only a freshman, huh?
Really?
Yeah, he's the one that won everything last. Right? Is that him? Yeah. Is that Rodriguez? He's the one that won everything last year in middle school.
Oh.
So he's ranked number 1 in the state in Division II.
And he's out front by a little in this heat. Not sure if he got the lean, but he was right there. He wasn't built like a normal freshman. Looks a little different than Aiden Cox.
So Bayless of Merrimack took that at 6 point. Merrimack Valley, 6.84. Rodriguez of West, 6.85. Manti of Wyndham, 6.88. Neal of Wyndham, 6.93. It's a pretty tight race.
That's a very
Walker
tight race.
of Pinkerton, 6.98. DeMio of Merrimack was
Sixth
place.
Kelly of Nashua North in this heat. Cerami of Wyndham. Fleming of Pinkerton. Cotton Noir of Pinkerton. Perry of Goffstown. And Lalime of Portsmouth. It appears we've got an empty lane. Beating on your legs like that increase blood flow, or
I don't know.
just makes you more animalistic? My legs are angry with me so much I don't beat on them unless it's just through running.
So Fleming, Pinkerton, 6.76. Cerami of Wyndham, 6.88. Cottonor of Pinkerton 706. Kelly, National North 714. The Lime of Portsmouth 7.20. Perry of Goffstown did not start.
What was the top time in that last heat? 6:72.
The last heat?
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
I'm not sure either, but I think that might have been what we're looking at. All right, in this heat we got Taurus of Timberlane, Heiser of Merrimack, Fogier of Trinity, Nada of Portsmouth, Kane of West, and Cote of Memorial. Looks like we got they're all on the start line. Looks like there might be one heat after that. Maybe there's more. All right, well, they called them to the blocks. Here we go.
It's like Nada of Portsmouth with an early lead.
Do you think anybody else is going to win that heat, Jim? Nada.
Nah. So Nada of Portsmouth 6.99. Fogier of Trinity 704. Kane of West 707. Torres of Timberlane 7.18. Cody of Memorial 7.24. Heiser of Merrimack 7.53. So Nada took a tenth of a second off his best time coming in. So that's pretty good.
That's what you want with this competition. And that's why they do these qualifying standards meets.
And he makes it. He'll make it to the finals most likely, right? Well, I don't even know how they're doing that.
Right. All right. Looks like it might. Well, maybe not the last heat, but Shattuck of Wyndham, Sargent of Portsmouth, Coyne of Milford, Jacobellis of Wyndham, Mom White of Portsmouth, and Covell of Merrimack. Mom White of Portsmouth. They got a girls hurdler.
Acadia Mom White.
Yeah.
Yep.
Pretty dominant. A hurdler or a sprinter? I don't remember.
I think a little of both.
I guess they are the same. A little bit of both. I don't know. That looked pretty tight, too.
Yeah, I think Merrimack might have taken that one.
Coyne of Milford, it says. But.
Coyne, yep. Coyne of Milford, 718. Mum White of Portsmouth, 720. Koval of Merrimack, 721. Sargent of Portsmouth, 734. So that was pretty close for 0.03 of a second between the three.
Yeah. All right. See the girls back there, so this must be the last heat. Anderson of Memorial, Palermo of Portsmouth, Lynch of Wyndham, Kyer of Merrimack, Maldari of Portsmouth, and Levin of Portsmouth. Might be hearing a little technical difficulties there. There we go. There we go. Last heat of the boys. I think it's going to be Portsmouth, but he was looking at his toes the whole way.
He was.
Maybe he didn't want to get lost.
Palermo of Portsmouth, 7.02. Maldaria of Portsmouth, 7.14. Kyer of Merrimack, 7.22. Anderson Memorial, 7.39. Lynch of Wyndham, 7.45. Levin of Portsmouth, 7.61. Whatever works, I guess.
All right, we got the girls' final setting their blocks. So we got two girls from Portsmouth, two from Merrimack, Central and North. Ricard of Portsmouth, Coy of Nashua North, Massambuco of Central, McLean of Hanover, Vance of Merrimack, Caroma of Merrimack.
Should be a good race.
Want to put any Bets down.
I'm going to say Massabuco
Oh, nice.
or McLean.
Yeah, it's pretty tough to bet against McLean.
Yeah, I'm gonna put an upset in. I'm gonna say Massabuco.
There you go. McLean looked pretty poised in there.
Yeah, she did. She was cruising.
Yeah. She knows what she's up to. Pretty even though.
Wow.
Whoa, on the outside.
Yeah. Coming from a different area.
Yeah.
McLean.
It is McLean.
7.55 of Hanover. Coy of Nashua North, 7.63. Ricard of Portsmouth, 7.65. Vance of Merrimack, 7.76. Massabuco of Central, 7.81. Caroma of Merrimack, 7.99.
From what I saw on the screen, it didn't look like Massabuco got a very good start.
No, she didn't.
In this race, if you don't get a good
You
start,
don't.
you don't have much time to make it up. You better have the afterburners going hard. Oh, looking on the screen right now, they're showing only 5 guys lining up, but what we have is Manti of Wyndham, Dane of Pinkerton, Fleming of Pinkerton, Bayless of Merrimack Valley, Rodriguez of West, and Paul Hamas of Merrimack. So that would be Rodriguez of West.
Yeah, he doesn't want to show his stuff.
Well, you said freshman, too. It could be.
Yeah.
He doesn't realize he's got to get back down there.
I don't know.
Maybe he got what he needed out of that first race. Oh.
There he is.
There he is. Rookie.
Yep.
Where am I supposed to go?
What?
You remember where you started your last race? Go back there.
Supposed to face the other way, too.
It's usually a faster start. If he could win going that way, that'd be something.
I think he's gonna pop one right now. He's probably got some adrenaline going.
Yeah.
He's probably gonna rip one. So that'd be a good race, though.
Yes.
But he did. He dominated last year in the middle school. I saw something on WMUR about him. I think he would have finished 4th in the state last year. Yeah.
Well, that would explain why he's running well at the high school level, right? Like I said, he's not, he's a little bit more developed than your average freshman. That helps.
Yeah, the thing is, he may come up to speed at 100 meters versus 55.
That is true. We got a good race halfway through.
Tight. Pinkerton looked like took that, though.
From our camera angle, it certainly did.
Fleming of Pinkerton, 6.72. Bayless of Merrimack Valley, 6.81. Paul Hamas of Merrimack, 6.83. Manti of Wyndham at 6.86. Dane of Pinkerton, 6.88. And Rodriguez of West, 6.89.
That's what you want out of a final, though. We got 6.72 to 6.89. That's pretty tight. It's the kind of racing you want to see. Up next, we're going to have the women's 1K. Not sure how many heats they got of that, but generally from this point on, they generally tend to run slow to fast.
Set up? You gonna get the bell set up?
I don't know where they are in the high jump, and from our angle, that looks like it's up there. Oh, here we go. There's the start. They're lined up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Here we go. We got Mercer of Memorial, Amon of Hanover, Preble of Pinkerton, Hughes of Wyndham, McDonough of Londonderry, O'Connor of Coe-Brown, Getman of Portsmouth, Constantine of Merrimack Valley, and they're called to line. Here we go.
Let's go, Chrissy!
And I'm not sure exactly rankings and stuff like that, but I would say Mercer should be one of the ones we're watching. Amon, I know I've seen her name in the rankings. I'm not sure it was in the 1,000. I thought it was in the 6. As they come around, still tight up front. Getman of Portsmouth, I think, was leading as they came through. Preble leading with O'Connor in second.
Yeah, Preble's taking right out. She looks pretty good.
She does.
The brother runs on the boys' team.
Absolutely.
Senior had a great cross country season.
He did.
Came on.
Right
came
when
on
you want him. Right when you want him to. So they're single file now. O'Connor lurking. Three to go, 138. I'm not seeing another heat of girls lining up down there, so this might be a one-heater, I would think. As these are some of the team's top athletes. Two laps to go. It's Preble and O'Connor, with Getman hanging off. I think.
Connor's trying to make a move now.
He's right up on her shoulder.
Should be a good race.
Should be a good race, and they got their eyes on somebody too when they come off the corner. Here we go. Preble with a stride over O'Connor. Preble stepping on the accelerator now, though. Gap's not widening, but it's going to be tough to close.
O'Connor's going to take this one.
O'Connor is
perfect
going
move.
around.
Perfect move right going in.
She looked a little out of it with a lap to go, but kept her cool and is definitely going to win.
She uses everything. She's got all her arms. She's
310.
Good run. So O'Connor took that. Cole Brown, 310.18. Preble of Pinkerton, 311. McDonough of Londonderry, 3.14. Hughes of Wyndham, 3.14. Rippiger of Portsmouth, 3.14. Santos of Nashua North, 321. Getman of Portsmouth, 322. Constantine of Merrimack Valley was 325. Amon of Hanover, 328. That was a good quality race. The top five girls.
Yep, those are good times.
Banged it right out. It's pretty good.
And lining up the boys, so that was a one-heater. And that's why we didn't see Mercer up mixing it up. She was a DNS.
Tell you what, O'Connor played that race perfect.
Yep.
Oh, really did. Going into that last corner.
Yeah, I mean, I thought she was trying to make her move earlier, and she didn't quite get there, but she had kept her cool, waited for Preble to hit the accelerator with one lap to go, and then
Preble had no choice. She had to do what she had to do.
Yeah, absolutely.
You can't wait to react to what the move is coming, so you got to kind of force it.
Here we go. Maddock from Nashua North, Hill from Cole Brown, Montville of Portsmouth, Plant of Londonderry, Duffy of Timberlane, Dunn of Trinity, Ibrahim of Central, Vogel of Londonderry, and they're off.
So there will be two heats of the boys.
It's a lot of guys in the.
Yeah, but there'll definitely be two heats. I saw
some other guys warming up.
Yep. Patrick Hill taking it to the front.
Yep. And they just really weren't doing anything, so that's a smart move. I mean, you didn't come here to jog and
Nope.
win the slow heat, so. He's opening a slight gap, not anything that can't be closed, but race doesn't have too many laps into it, so you don't really want to just let it go either.
Tell you what, the kid from Portsmouth's got a good kick. If he stays connected, you watch.
Oh, that's right.
He does
saw
reach
him a couple
down.
weeks. Yeah.
He's fun to watch because he's not the fastest kid,
No.
but he's got a great kick. And if you're in his sights, he gives everything to get to you.
Absolutely. Hill's doing the right thing here, though.
Bill's got
Staying out front.
He's got some pretty good separation.
Yep. Right now, Montville's sitting on the shoulder of Maddock, and it's allowing Hill to just kind of detach himself from the chase pack a little bit every lap. And when you got somebody like Montville that can close like that, you want to get out of sight. If they can't see you, they can't hunt you.
Yeah, and it's tough in here when you got everybody standing around. You lose sight because there's a lot of people.
Sight and feel. That's a lot to close up.
You're not going to catch Hill.
Shouldn't think so. And the fact that the Nashua North guy has opened up a gap. Yeah, there goes Montville and his trademark kick. He's running out of time now, though.
It's too bad they couldn't have stayed a little bit more connected. Because look, I mean,
Yep.
he's got a good kick.
And he's gonna be, yeah.
So look at that. I mean, are you kidding me? If you kept it close, you probably would have been right there.
He would have been there.
So Hill took that 249.25. Montville, Portsmouth 251.13. Maddock of Nashua North 253.09. Plan of Londonderry 253.96. Fortin of Londonderry 256.27. Carey of Wyndham. Yeah, I mean, he probably dropped 4 seconds off of. He was probably that far behind.
He was, yeah. He should. What he should have. I mean, and it comes with practice. What he needs to do in that situation, maybe he doesn't go with the front, but he should have been ahead of second before they went into Bell Lap.
Exactly.
That's super important.
He lost by less than 2 seconds, and he probably dropped 4 or 5 seconds.
Exactly.
In that last lap.
Exactly. All right, in this we've got Curran of Nashua North, Dubois of Coe-Brown, Mackey of Coe-Brown, Barrett of Trinity, Philo of Merrimack, Bonner of Hanover, Sylvester of Coe-Brown, and Norris of Portsmouth. This is a stacked field.
Yasim Jakib's in here too.
Yep.
We didn't name
I
everybody.
saw him warming up.
So this is a good race. I mean, Curran's definitely the favorite.
And he's straight to the front, followed by Mackey.
He ain't messing around either.
No, he is not. They are hauling.
He's got a haircut. He looks good. Cleaning up his act.
That's important. Dawson's one of those guys that he's fast, but he doesn't like a quick start. So he's really had to work his way back into this one. Now we got Curran, Mackey, Dubois, Barrett. Philo of Merrimack. But Curran is not messing around at all.
No, he's not.
He is flying. Yasim Jakib is in 6th right now, working his way back to the rest of the group. And he looks smooth. Man, does he look good.
He does. He's a good runner.
He's been having really a great year. Mackey's doing what he can to hang in there. Dubois. James Barrett, Philo. Norris of Portsmouth got into it. Holy mackerel. He's now got 30 meters on the field. And that's a good field.
Dawson Dubois, I mean, he was trying to 420. He was trying to 427 last week, so you know, he's got.
I think this is just one of those things. You get out of your comfort zone as far as the speed goes. He'll kick, but 2:08.
Currently, it's a walk in the park for him.
Well, it is a walk. He's almost got he's got 60 meters.
Might put up like 60. A 233, somewhere in that range.
He has the luxury yesterday of what did
Carrico
run yesterday?
233.
So he's got that on the brain. I am absolutely sure.
Look at that, huh?
Wow, 233.
233.55.
And second place is going to go 240, and that's just insane.
McCurran 233.55. Philo of Merrimack 245.1. Mackey 242.33. Norris of Portsmouth 242.61. Barrett 242.65 of Trinity. Jakib Nashua North 245.86. Bonner 246.09.
Those are some solid
I'll tell you what,
racing.
that was a good race, man.
And he devastated that field.
He
like
did.
When you look at where they were at the end of first lap, as far as what place they were in, he just went so hard that he took everybody else out of their game plan.
233.55 is a good quality run in here, I can tell you that.
Absolutely. All right, we've got the girls 600 up with Borovica of Londonderry, Hagstrom of Portsmouth, Hood of Pinkerton, Gamon of Merrimack, DeVries of Wyndham, and Farrell of Wyndham.
Yeah, he ate the field alive on that one.
Borovica is in the front at this point. Hagstrom just took the lead. He looked good. He's a great kid, too. Like, he's fun to talk to. I did a lot of broadcasting with him in the fall.
I tried to stay away from him when he had long hair. He's a little hippie-ish for me, but since he cleaned up his act and stuff, I kind of like him now.
Yeah.
But he had a good race. That's what I want to see from these guys, is come in here and just go for it. And he did.
There's no good reason not to at this point. Again, it's not like Joe Curran's not getting into the event that he chooses at D1.
Yeah.
He's in. Now's the time to do something. So Hagstrom of Portsmouth with the lead. Gaumont of Merrimack in second right now. Merrimack, Gaumont is right on her and looking to go around, and just did. Powering away. Gaumont's going to take this one.
Nice. Come on, of Merrimack, 151 flat. Hagstrom of Portsmouth, 152.66. Hood of Pinkerton, 153.09. Borovica of Londonderry, 154.76. Farrell of Wyndham, 155.45. DeVries of Wyndham, 155.77.
All right, Heat 2, we've got Mercer of Memorial, Graves of Pinkerton, Rodeel of Milford, Pepin of Central, and Kobalinski of Portsmouth. Mercer was scheduled for that 1,000. That would have been a heck of a double. 1,600?
Yeah, imagine that.
I'd say that's pretty much impossible. There we go.
Graves should be pretty good in this one.
They don't really seem to be doing anything with this
No.
yet. This is bunched. It's not a lot of laps. You want to stretch this out, I would think.
600. You want to run this like a 400.
They're all right there. This is just a little weird to me. 3 and a little laps. Here we go. Mercer and Graves at the front, shoulder to shoulder right now, followed by Pepin. Looks like they were just trying to see where each other was at and save it for the last 2 laps.
Yeah, they're doing pretty good now.
Yeah.
Should be a good race right here. It's shaping up.
I wonder sometimes if you got, all the big names in the race, and they just all wait around to see what everybody else is going to do.
Yeah.
Not realizing that sometimes maybe it's just better to take the bull by the horns and go. Graves trying to pass Mercer on the outside. And does. Graves going to take it. There we go.
Macy Graves takes that 146.11. Mercy of Memorial 147.26. Pepin of Central 149.97. Rodell of Milford 151.21. Kobalinski of Portsmouth 153.85.
I would think that's it for the girls' heats. See the guys standing out there on the track. Those were the big names, big dogs. Looks like we got 5 in this race. Rizzitano of Hanover, Davis of Pinkerton, Cowan of Co-Brown, Buck of Trinity, Reel of North, Campbell of Portsmouth, and Hall of Wyndham. But they're not all on the line. I always tell my guys to kind of chill for 2 laps, get out and run, but then get ready to roll with more than 2 laps to go.
In the 600?
In the 600. Otherwise, it's easy to get lost.
Yeah.
We've got Ristino of Hanover leading at the moment, followed by Reel. Tino doesn't look very smooth, but he is in the lead.
Yep.
That's kind of what matters.
Right. It's like a strong kid.
Mm-hmm. Reel is reeling them in. About a 2-meter gap as they enter the backstretch. Reel is reeling him in.
See if there's any fight
Yeah.
back. No,
I think that was, both of them look a little gassed at the moment, but Reel will finish that heat in first.
So Reel takes that National North 134.27. Rustino of Hanover 134.69. Davis of Pinkerton 136.54. Hall of Wyndham 137.66. And Buck of Trinity 140.05.
All right, we got the second heat out there. We got Schaff of Portsmouth, Lynn Scott of Merrimack Valley, Butt of Merrimack Valley, Cameron of Co-Brown, Swain Bank of Portsmouth, Bandler of Hanover, and Miller of Nashua North.
So I'm pretty sure I grew up with this Schaff's kid's father.
Yeah.
So he's probably a pretty good athlete.
Well, he wasn't in the slow heat of the 600 anyways.
His father was a good athlete. He went to the military academy.
And we got Lynn Scott or Butt in the front of this race, followed by Bandler. And they're going.
results posted online? It's on
But it won't. It will be later on. Yeah, it won't be like right now.
Okay. Thanks.
All right, so that's Bud of Merrimack Valley leading. And Bandler just went for the pass. And the rest of the field is closing down.
Boy, they're
in front
closing
of the
down hard,
backstretch.
too.
Yes, they are. I don't think they got him. They don't have enough time. Miller and North charging hard, but not going to get all the way there.
So Bandler of Hanover, 132.07. Miller of Nashua North, 133.78. Bud of Merrimack Valley, 133.95. Cameron of Coe-Brown, 134.14. Swainbank of Portsmouth, 134.68. Lynn Scott of Merrimack Valley, 137.15. Schaff didn't run. So there must be another heat on this one, right?
I'm not seeing it. We're
No?
looking at the start
That was
line
it?
right there, and
Wow.
but I don't really see. I don't really see him lining up for the 300 either.
Yep, girls 300.
Section 1, O'Brien of Merrimack, Sawyer of Milford, Alati of Portsmouth, and Gizonio of Milford. I'm not sure exactly what's going on because I don't see them on the track. No, we were at a meet here a couple weeks ago, and there was a delay in the hipping of the athletes, and I'm not sure exactly what it was, but lots of times they would be calling the race, or they would be calling for the hip numbers as the previous race was essentially finishing.
You want to talk about delay? We were here a few weeks ago, and the fire alarm actually went off mid-race.
Oh,
that stinks.
Did that make them run faster or slower?
Well, we had to stop them. They were about a lap and a half in. It was
what race?
It was either 600 or 1,000. I think it was a 600. So,
Little
everyone
easier to come
cleared the
back.
building for 10, 15 minutes. Once it was clear, came back in, and then they were the first heat, so they just ended up running in third.
Huh. That's crazy.
I remember a couple years back, what was it, the Rosa twins. They were out in New Jersey or something like that, ended up going to Sanford. And they were the top two-mile guys in the state for high school and stuff like that. And they were running like high school record pace for the 2-mile lightning, lap 7.
Oh, really?
They had to stop them.
Huh.
All right, here we go. They are at their marks.
And as we're waiting for the starter, we will remind you that all results are live, available live on lancertiming.com.
We got 3 in this heat, it appears. It's a tough race to call because when you keep them in lanes in the
your lanes.
300, until they really start around that back bend for the second time, you can't tell whether the stagger's been made up, somebody's gone too hard. Sawyer of Milford definitely has closed the gap on Alati. As they hit the stretch, Gizonio's a little bit ahead and will finish that way, but Alati came back and
Gazonio, Milford, 47.31. Alati of Portsmouth, 47.75. Sawyer of Milford, 47.91.
pretty tight. We're getting ready to start the race. We got Finlay of Nashua North, McLaughlin of Portsmouth, Morin of Portsmouth, and somebody in lane 4. That would be Karowski. Karowski of Portsmouth. These girls are chugging now.
Yeah, these groups running pretty good.
Yep. Warren has made up the stagger on teammate Karowski. Warren will take this one.
So Moran of Portsmouth, 44-52. Karowski of Portsmouth, 45-85. Finley of Nashua North, 46-15. McLaughlin of Portsmouth, 46.63.
3 Portsmouth girls in that heat. Ripping. All right, in this heat, we've got Thomas of Goffstown, Talvarez of Nashua North, and Hutchison of Merrimack. Whenever I get a kid in this race, I just tell them, rip the whole way, but that's because they're distance kids. If they don't, they're not going to do anything.
I don't think I ever ran a 600 in my life. Not once.
Well, that's good because we're talking about the 300, Jim.
Well, I won't correct you then. It's not Talvarez. It's Tavares.
Tavares. It's not Talvarez? Are you sure about that? I think Greg made a typo.
I'd say that's Tavares.
I can't laugh. It hurts my back.
All right. Looks like we got Goffstown coming down the inside.
It's a pretty good 600 time.
Yeah.
Thomas of Goffstown, 45.57. Hutchinson of Merrimack, 46.24. Tavares of Nashua North, 46.95. What's going on?
All right, in section 4, we got McLean of Hanover, Wilson of Milford, and Onyango of Hanover. Yeah, 45
That'd be pretty
point.
good.
That would get you in 600.
What did he run last night? 114 something?
Yeah.
And he slowed down. I hate that when they slow down.
He
at
looked
the finish.
over his shoulder.
Ugh, come on.
He said he misjudged it, too. I was reading an interview with him. Said he misjudged it. Wasn't used to the distance.
He doesn't even look like he's like running
No.
hard. He's just
All right.
cranking.
Wilson did a good job opening up some separation, but it looks like McLean's coming down the inside. Pretty even on the back stretch, and she's on the inside lane, so. And Onyango looked to be out of it, but has got right back in there.
So McLean Hanover 43.99.
That's pretty good.
Onyango of Hanover 45.03. Wilson of Milford 45.44.
I noticed as McLean came across the finish line, she was in straight up trainers.
Yeah. Yeah, she's got some good quality.
Here we go, boys. We've got Levin of Portsmouth, Sane of Hanover, Gonzalez of North, and Maloney of North. Oh, don't like that.
Double tap.
Especially with a couple empty lanes.
Yeah. What do we got? Two guys? This is looks to be a starting issue. No DQs. So we've got Sane of Hanover and Maloney of North. Lane 2, lane 4. I guess they like the blue lanes. I guess that's good for Sane. He gets to see somebody the whole way. But
Wow.
But for Maloney, that's got to be rough. You see nothing.
Yeah, and you're not going to feel any pressure till the end
Nope.
either.
Not until you come off that last bend.
He might as well be running alone.
Maloney, Aloney.
So Sane is usually a little bit longer.
Longer
distance
guy,
runner.
yeah. I mean, lots of times they work on speed. We got Landon in some races this afternoon that are on the shorter of his spectrum. That is strange to see.
Yeah.
That gap is no way to detect what's going on here. So it looks like Maloney's doing all right out there. And he will stay out.
So Maloney takes that in 42.28. He's from Nashua North. Sane of Hanover, 42.96.
I'm guessing that's not his customary distance.
No, that's pretty good.
Yep. We got LeBlanc of Pinkerton, Coyne of Milford, Kimball of Milford, and Barney of Timberland. Kimball of Milford started to make up the stagger pretty severely, as did LeBlanc of Pinkerton. Again, from where we are, it's hard to say, but it looks like
Pretty tight
LeBlanc
race right now.
has made up the gap anyways.
Look at Payton right here.
Yeah, abstract.
Timberlane looks
Van
like he's going
Gogh.
to take that.
Yeah,
Barney. Barney of Timberlane, 40.53. LeBlanc of Pinkerton, 40.79. Kimball of Milford, 41.08. Coyne of Milford, 41.43. I didn't know Barney was that fast.
I was gonna say
Oh
the
boy, I love surprises. They're super-de-duper.
The fact that you're so good at that is a little bit scary. I was gonna say I thought Barney was from Bedrock, but
Yeah.
that was a different Barney.
Barney
All right, we got McPhee from Pinkerton, Mood from Portsmouth, and Rodriguez of West. You watch a
Pretty good
little.
race. Yeah, when I had kids. So
I had kids too. I didn't watch any of
none of
that.
that. Well, you guys probably don't even have electricity. New Ipswich.
We actually don't have TV, but that's by choice. Guess we got two in here. Looks like McPhee and Mood. Rodriguez, maybe he missed his race.
Mood, he's one of the best pole vaulters in the state.
Oh yeah? Oh, this can't hurt your pole vaulting.
Yeah.
Oh, this is tight.
So McPhee, Pinkerton, 39.60. Mood of Portsmouth, 39.78.
It says Rodriguez DNS. All right, up next, Kane of West, LaRue of North, and Bandler of Hanover. Bandler of Hanover's already been in something. I thought it was the 600. That's a short turnaround if that's the case.
Hey, what? This kid's got some speed right here, though.
Yes, he does. And I do believe that Bandler was in the 600.
The 600?
I think so.
Sure we didn't see him in the 55?
I think when you look over, you'll notice that, no, it was probably the 600.
Oh.
Looks like it's going to be Kane. I think that was the winner of the first heat.
Kane of West, 39.52. LaRue of Nashua North, 40.11. Bandler of Hanover, 43.72. I mean, the kid that was real rugged?
Yeah.
Nah, that wasn't the same kid.
What?
Definitely wasn't.
It must be
The
brothers.
other kid's a little bit more rugged, little built a little bit bigger.
All right, so we've got McBride from Hanover, McClure from Timberlane, and Beeler of Londonderry. Brothers, maybe. Beeler of Londonderry is running like he's on fire out in lane 4. Literally on fire. He's being closed down now, though.
Yep.
McClure has got him now as they come off the corner.
Strong runner right
Yeah.
there. Timberlane.
Might have lifted a weight or two.
McClure of Timberlane, 39.29. McBride of Hanover, 40.11. And Beeler of Londonderry, 40.72. 6'9".
I know you meant 40.01, but
Did I say 40.69?
you said no. You did. You said 1-1 before then. It's
Oh.
0-1. All right, we got Higas of Cole Brown, McLeod of Londonderry, and Bayless of Merrimack Valley. Its distance should be a little bit better for Higas, as he's made up the stagger on Londonderry with almost a full track to go. And there's no Bayless in this one. Coming off the turn, Higas is in the lead. And he'll finish that way. And he's in trainers of some sort, too.
So Higas of Cole Brown, 39.09. McLeod of Londonderry, 39.56.
Actually looked like he was in cross-training shoes or something, but all white. I guess that's the fashion these days. Looks like they're lined up for the 1500. Getting their instructions. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 on the line right now. North, there we go. Bracchio of North, Reynolds of Merrimack Valley, York of Merrimack Valley, Amon of Hanover, Alexander of Merrimack, Lane of Wilton Lineborough, Taylor of Cole Brown, and Halloran of Milford. And I'm not, oh, that is Wilton Lineborough in the black. Looks like Amon of Hanover's not in that lineup. I know we saw her name earlier in something. Bracchio to the lead with Reynolds and Alexander sitting there in first and second. York right behind him. And Bracchio's opened the gap already. Back to Alexander, Reynolds, and York. And then a gap back to Taylor. Looks like 2, 3, and 4 weren't expecting this to be the front of the race ahead of them.
Right. No, Bracchio's taking it right to him.
She is.
Her sister came on and be a pretty good runner.
Did.
I guess the father's really fast. So.
And she's been getting better all season long.
Yeah.
You know, early season in cross, you weren't really sure whether you were going to see a resemblance of her sister or not. But
Yeah,
then
no,
as the season got longer, she got better and better.
She looks a little stronger, actually.
Yeah.
At an earlier age, too, you know.
Yep.
She's solid.
Mm-hmm. Six laps to go. And it's Bracchio, Reynolds, York, Alexander, Taylor.
Sure, Reynolds will probably
chew into that a little bit.
Yep. Yep. York looks pretty good.
York's, I mean, when you've got Sophia Reynolds and Sophia Rubincheck in the stable, and then your York, you know, you don't really shine, but she had a really good cross-country season, and is definitely, you know, having the Sophia's there certainly hasn't hurt.
No. I think York's going to have a lot of upside to her.
Exactly.
As a runner, especially like even in the collegiate level.
Yep. A little more work in the weight room maybe, and
yeah.
So right now they are making a move. York and Reynolds are making a move on to Bracchio. Opened up a gap on Alexander. Alexander's in a little bit of no man's land at the moment, with Taylor chasing. Taylor and Lane. Lane's kind of an unknown. They don't do cross country. Wilton's about as small as you get.
Yeah.
All right, Reynolds has now closed up on Bracchio. Bracchio, Reynolds, York, and Reynolds is right up on the shoulder, itching to go around, and has made the pass, and York's going with her. Just over 2 laps to go. Either Bracchio's doing a really good job latching on, or they didn't
make a
give it.
substantial move.
They've left her in it right now. 2 laps to go. Reynolds, York, Bracchio, and you know what? York looks the best out of them. In
I wouldn't want it coming down into a kick.
No.
With York.
I think it's possible that Reynolds has the upper hand just because York doesn't know yet that the possibility exists, but it's definitely there. Lap and a half to go. Reynolds, York, opened up a gap on Bracchio. This is where if I was York, I'd just lay the hammer down. You're going to finish first or second. Looks to me, though, like she's not willing to challenge the king yet. Reynolds opening up about a 4-meter gap on York. Has 10 on Bracchio, and this is where it's going to end. Solid time, too. 5:01, 5:03, 5:07.
Yeah, so Reynolds took that 5:01.28. York, Merrimack Valley 5:03.15. Bracchio of Nashville North 5:07.51. Alexander of Merrimack 5 minutes 12 seconds. Lane of Wilton Limeboro 5:16. Taylor of Co-Brown 5:22.
And Lanes and trainers as well. She's going to keep running like that. She probably should get some flats.
Yeah.
All right, they got the boys lined up out there. Should we see what we got brewing? That looks like a lot of guys out there on the line. I can see Caleb Kornthal's on there, so this is a solid field.
Yeah,
we
Griffin.
got Matt Griffin of Londonderry, Rohan Rai of Wyndham, Young of Londonderry, Ryan Fisher of Merrimack, Caleb Korthals of Milford, Feinekin of Wyndham, Zach Plaza of Pinkerton stepping up, Gonzalez of Wyndham.
Could be a good race.
I'm hoping so.
Yeah. I'd like to see Plaza pop one here. Put up a good 1,500 time.
I would hope that in the event that the other guys are testing the waters, that Plaza's willing to go straight to the front.
Yeah.
I mean, his cross-country season showed that he can step up this big. You know, he can move up to the 1,500 for sure. There they go. Looks like from our vantage point, Rohan got kicked right to the midsection.
I think some of these guys want to go for it because Braden Kearns put up a 4:05 yesterday.
Yep.
Sent a message to these boys.
Well, Griffin's not wasting any time. He's straight out.
No, I think that's what I was meaning by Griffin.
Yep.
Griffin and Kearns have their own little battle.
Yep. Young's right in behind him. There's a gap back.
Yeah, Griffin's wasting no time.
There we go. Rohan moved up into third. I tell you, you know, the start for that 1,500 already into the curve. You got to get out.
Yeah.
I just watched Rohan get pushed back into the middle of the pack by just not jumping off the start line. there's absolutely no harm in digging in for 3 or 4 strides just to make sure that you've got your spot. You're not going to tire yourself out that much.
So Griffin and Young and Rohan Rai, Zach Plaza a little bit further back. Fisher, Korthals. It's a pretty good group still.
Yep.
Griffin's opened it up a little bit.
A little. But it looks like the guys behind Young are like closing it up a little bit. So it's a kind of a strange looking race because Griffin's moving to the front.
See what he got it as a half-mile time. About 2:10.
10.
So it's pretty
So
good.
they're going pretty good.
So he's going to put up a good time here if he can maintain.
Like I said,
It's on 4:20 mile pace.
Young had been right on him, and now Rohan is going by Young. Plaza's moving up. Korthals is still rolling, but he looks like he's working hard. Rohan is dragging him up to Griffin, but I don't know how much time they have. Not a lot. 3 laps to go. Griffin has 20 meters. Rohan and Plaza chasing.
Plaza's running a good race. He's running a smart race.
Korthals looks horrific, but he is closing the gap up on the guys that were in front of him.
Yep.
And there we go. Plaza just went around Rye. 2 laps to go. He is closing the gap up to Griffin.
Tell you what, Plaza can see him.
He's going to have to want to.
He's got to have his eye.
He can't wait 1 lap. This is not the 800.
No, you can't be looking down. You got to be looking. Now he looked back, so he's thinking about second place at this point, or he's thinking about taking a move that a little bit risky.
Griffin can just keep the wheels on this. It's in the
Wow.
bag.
He's got a good race going here. A real good race.
Korthals in 4th now. And Plaza's moving, but he just doesn't have enough time. And Plaza's using the speed that makes him one of the best 800-meter guys, but again,
Good
can't
quality
spot
run
it.
right there
Yeah.
for indoors here.
Yeah.
Griffin takes that.
4:10, 4:13, 4:14. Korthals with a 4:18.
So Griffin takes that 409.69, Plaza 412.60, Rye 414.24, Korthals, Milford 417.98, Young 422, Fisher 422, Gonzalez 424, Nolan Hanover 427. So
That's legit. Those guys are all leaning up against the wall.
yeah,
Now that was solid racing. I mean, I mean, again, the idea of what you're trying to do when you come here is to improve what you've done before, and I think probably pretty much everybody in that race did that.
I think Griffin chopped off like 6 seconds off his best in here this year.
Nice. Well, now we got the relays. See, the girls are over there. Portsmouth girls headed down there. You got Cole Brown. This is a 4x4. In Section 1, we got Cole Brown, Wyndham, Milford, and Goffstown. Seeing as we just saw the Portsmouth girls walking down there, I would say there must be at least 2 heats. Speaking of Merrimack Valley, I mean, we just had Reynolds win. They had a Masters Mile down there, and Sophia Rubinczek's dad, Sandu, was down there
he's
racing.
a good runner, huh?
He lost his shoe in the last lap.
He did?
Yeah. Yeah, he finished second.
So how old is he? I mean,
I don't know.
He's running some good times.
He's running some great times. I wish I could remember what they ran.
Yeah, he ran.
But it was early on. So.
I think he ran a 4:36 mile.
Last night?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
And it started out slow.
Yeah.
And they just kept cranking it up. It was really neat. They also had
he finished in second place, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
They also had a women's Masters Mile, but it was interesting. There was.
Did you run in that?
No, I couldn't. Are you kidding? Put on a wig and I would have been lapped 5 times. No, man, they were. And it was funny. A lot of them were marathoners, so they're in there trying to throw down a hard mile, and it's not comfortable for them at all. But it was fun to watch. They also did a mixed youth 4x2.
Yeah.
Which was, 2 guys, 2 girls. That was reasonably impressive because the handoff, when you've got the guy screaming in the handoff to the girl leg, that handoff transition is way different. It's easy being the guy and waiting for the handoff, but for the girls to know how fast to go out was rough. All right.
So Co-Brown, Wyndham, Milford, and Goffstown. Goffstown.
This relay makes for an interesting race because the handoff is all the way on the other side of the track, so you can't really, if you're leg 3, you can't see what's going on with the handoff for leg 2.
Sometimes what really goes on is a change in position and where you are, so you just got to let the runner find you.
Yep. And I think I see way too often, especially, as official for outdoor and stuff like that, the kids, they don't understand that it's a fluid thing. There is no
set
exact rhyme or reason. When you guys are coming down with 50 or 60 meters left, doesn't matter if you change position. Just stay where you are.
Yeah.
Give your teammate a good target to hand off to. It doesn't matter that you just your team just passed people. It's not that big a deal if you're out in lane 3 at the handoff. Well, it looks like Milford just took the handoff first, but those were 3 not super efficient handoffs. Which would explain that there's a faster heat coming. Wyndham into the lead, followed by Milford. Co-Brown. I would assume, too, at this meet, we've probably got teams trying to reconfigure,
who's going to do what?
Who's going to do what now that we're into the end of the season? How are we best going to use our athletes to score as many points? All right, Wyndham's going to take it in the lead for the leg 3, then Milford. Co-Brown's closing up on Milford a little bit. Goffstown's a bit off the back.
All right, let's go get her.
Co-Brown had a good handoff there.
Goffstown doing the handoff.
Wyndham, Milford, Co-Brown.
Still anybody's race at this point.
It is.
Top 3.
Co-Brown's actually closing the gap. Yeah, it's accordion up. Milford's right on the back of Wyndham coming off the turn. Cole-Brown getting close.
So the quarter to go.
Yeah.
Wyndham still out in front.
Milford chasing.
Well, it's coming, tightening up now.
It is.
Cole-Brown's closing with Abby O'Connor.
That is definitely tightened up. Abby had a good close earlier, but she needed all this time.
She's a distance runner in the sprinter's world right now.
Yep.
So.
Yep. The beauty is they usually don't crack.
Yeah.
Whatever pace they set out at, it's the pace they finish at.
I think Wyndham's going to take this heat.
Yep. Cole-Brown is going around Milford. O'Connor has some momentum on her side, but she just doesn't running out of room.
So Wyndham, Cole-Brown, Milford. Wyndham takes it in 4:34.05. Cole-Brown 4:35.96. Milford 4:37.35.
Goffstown still a coming.
Goffstown is 4:53.70.
All right, heat 2, we've got North, Merrimack Valley, Londonderry, Central, and Pinkerton.
And there will be another heat after this.
Oh, my Lord, yes. Well, again, everybody's testing out what their configurations are. And that, I believe that's York on the line for Merrimack Valley.
Yep.
Well, your utility distance runners often end up in the 4x4.
You watch, Echo's going to be a good college runner.
I think she could have won this race. I think she could have run the 1500.
Yeah, once she does it, it's kind of like it kind of reminded me of Vorbeck in
Ireland.
In Ireland, and
took a while for Ireland to realize
figure out
you can go by him.
Yeah, figure out that Ireland actually was faster than Vorbeck.
Vorbeck
was just tougher.
It's not a force field. There is no force field there. You see, I see that on my team too. You know, there's an established pecking order, and sometimes it just takes a kid, a little to figure it out. And it's good for both of them when they do.
Right.
Pinkerton takes it in first, followed by Merrimack Valley, Central. Londonderry's on the move. Pinkerton way out front in this one. Central and Londonderry have closed the gap to Merrimack Valley. Will likely go around in the handoff.
So where is Sophia Rubinchek? She a cross-country skier, I assume?
No, she's been running indoor.
Oh,
I'm not really sure.
Oh.
I mean, I know there was a lot of talk of what we heard last night was the flu going around like crazy.
Oh, really?
And the comments were, thank God it's going around now and not later.
Yeah, it's pretty dangerous this year.
Yes. You certainly don't want to get anything called the coronavirus.
No.
Pinkerton with a 7-meter lead over Londonderry and Central.
Starting to come together, though. Starting to tighten a little bit.
Definitely
I have a
is.
feeling Pinkerton will probably close with Graves, though.
Yep.
She's pretty tough. Not sure, but be my guess.
She's only been in one thing so far.
Yeah. It doesn't look like it, I guess.
No, it doesn't. Again, they might be
Testing that.
trying to figure out the configuration for later on. And they might want her for
all the other
individual
events that
stuff,
she does. Yeah.
And if the other person hasn't gotten any work in the relay, you're going to want them to. You don't want them going to the States without having done it before.
Or is this Graves right here? Can't tell.
We'll get a look here in a minute.
Nope.
Nope. Central looks like the last two legs were
Reynolds
Pepin
was
girls.
anchoring here.
Oh, yeah, she
Merrimack
is.
Valley. So in the gun lap, Pinkerton. That's tight. Central's
Yeah, moving.
made a pretty good race out of
Yep.
this.
Pinkerton's been doing a good job holding on to this. Reynolds moving on Londonderry, but not enough time to get to the front. Pinkerton's going to stay out. .430.
So Pinkerton takes that in 430.89. Central 433.12. Merrimack Valley 434.21. Londonderry 434.67.
That's pretty tight heat. Up now we got Hanover, North, Portsmouth, and Merrimack.
Yeah, this ought to be good. Portsmouth's got a whole boatload of sprinters. Hanover's got some.
Excellent sprinters.
So this ought to be a good race. Hanover will be finishing up with McLean, so.
Yeah. You would think anyways. I don't see her on that wall. One lap in, Portsmouth and Hanover, pretty much shoulder to shoulder. Merrimack and Nashua North.
Yeah, it's going to be good.
Hanover just went around. Lap to go to the handoff. Opening up some daylight. Merrimack's making some inroads on Portsmouth. I would think Portsmouth at this point is kind of trying to play around with their lineup.
Yeah.
Knowing that they've got a lot of people in a lot of the hurdle events and sprint events.
Hanover's taking it pretty good.
Yeah. Merrimack did a good job making their way back towards the front on that. They had been off a little bit. Oh, Portsmouth's second leg just went around Merrimack.
Yeah, she looks good.
Yeah.
Pretty light on her feet
Yeah.
right there. She's quick.
Looks light in general. Toes, toes, toes.
She's cutting into the lead quite a bit. She's going to have the lead
She's
here.
going to get there, yeah. Absolutely.
Should have the lead by the time she hands off.
If not,
Let's do it.
they're going to be handing off even. Hanover, Portsmouth, Merrimack. And North is way out of this one now.
Well, Hanover's back to a big lead again.
Yep.
Funny you can get it that close and then it just come back off.
You know, the difference in two different style runners on that third leg. You got someone that's consummate 200, 400 runner, and then somebody that's coming down to run 400.
Right.
Big difference.
Hanover will be handed off to McLean to finish, so pretty good hands.
I would think so. This is spread out now. Hanover, Portsmouth, Merrimack. Now there's McLean, and she is cruising. It's like this is where she likes to be.
Yep. Nice when you
Anchor
get a
leg.
lead like that, you just like do what you want. Yeah, she looks good.
Yes, she does. One lap to go. 4:30 was the fastest time out of the last heat. She's got plenty of cushion there, I would think. As she comes off the turn, the clock says 4:18, 4:19, 4:24. And the winner from the last heat is actually, that was Pinkerton, is actually going to finish second here today.
Wow. So Hanover takes that 4:24.37, Portsmouth 4:31.59.
That handoff, wasn't the handoff? No, it was the handoff second
Merrimack
to third leg even.
4:42.42. Nashua North 4:43.75.
All right, here come the boys. We've got Hanover, Merrimack Valley, and Milford. And there are multiple heats because we can see a line of boys down there. Here we go. One lap in, we've got Merrimack Valley, Hanover, and Milford. Being visited by none other than Nate LeVay of Exeter.
So Hanover out to the lead. Merrimack Valley second.
Milford in third. How do you enjoy the New Balance Grand Prix last night, Nate?
Oh, wait a minute. Another guy who got invited that, that I didn't. I guess I upset the apple cart last year or something.
Some good races last night.
Yeah. Jimmy was complaining that he was watching it from his own couch.
From my TV.
I told him after 3 hours sitting on those fine benches down in the Reggie Lewis, he's probably in a better shot than
Yeah,
we
I was pretty sore.
Yeah.
I was saying how cool it was to have Cheserek and Bergen and Engels plop down right in front of us just to watch races just like we were.
Engels was running all around the place last night. He didn't look like he ran 356
No,
on a
he
mile
didn't.
an hour before.
It didn't look that way at all. He seemed like a happy-go-lucky sort of guy.
So what happened in the Cheserek race? Did he get caught or was he just too far behind? Or
No,
what?
they were
No.
kind of sharing the
They were
lead for
working
most of
together.
it. Yeah, and then with 400 to go, I think it was anybody's race, and
Yeah.
the other guy had more in the tank.
Yeah.
They both looked really, really smooth until, what, 3/4 of a lap left to go for Cheserek.
Yeah.
Then his arms kind of come out to the side.
Yeah, he starts doing that.
He runs a little like that anyways.
Yeah, I
but
think that's the first time I've ever seen him get out kicked.
he's got one of those weird I mean, his heels don't come up towards his butt hardly at all when he's going. But that was some good racing.
Was he just let me know. Was he looking behind when he was behind?
He did. He did actually once. He did look back.
He did.
Yeah. All right, we got a race right now. Merrimack Valley.
Three-team race here.
Yeah, Hanover just went by Merrimack Valley. Milford's right off the back. All right, they should be handing off.
Should be handing off over here,
side,
right?
Yep. And I haven't seen Korthals of Milford. Oh, he must have run already, or?
So Hanover handed off right at about 3 minutes. It's tough to run a fast 4x4 in here. It's really hard.
Yeah, it's tight. Well, you should have seen Curran in the 1,000 today.
Oh, my Lord.
Yeah, what did he run?
2:33.
Wow, that's real impressive in here. He's a good runner, though.
Yeah.
I mean,
No, he looked smooth, and he didn't even look like he was
didn't
running
look
that
gassed
hard
at all. But he looked like he was moving because the rest of the field strung out behind him, and it was a great field. A number of people succumbed to the fact that the pace went that fast.
you know, these next 2 weeks, kids like Curran and other kids are gonna start popping in new events just to kind of see where you need to position people for the championships.
Wow, that was
4
good
on the
lead.
nose.
So Hanover takes that 3:59.57. Milford 4:01.19, and Merrimack Valley 4:01.21.
All right, we got Cole Brown, Trinity, North, and Londonderry. And leading off for North, Rory Curran.
Curran was on that 4x4 last year at States.
Yeah. And he's right out to the front against some kids that are 400-meter runners.
Should be, yeah.
Well, you certainly don't want to be trailing 400-meter runners if you're not one.
No. He's got good wheels, though. I remember in the relay last year, I think he went like 50.51.
Yeah.
Something like that.
He's so smooth no matter what the distance. And for him, he knows he just goes and runs as hard as he can for 400 meters. Like, you don't have to think about it, just do it.
They can get a big day from him at D1s. They can get a plaque. I think Piggott is probably prohibitive favorites, but second place is pretty wide open.
He did what he needed to do. They've got about 30 meters on the field.
Oh, yeah.
Londonderry trying to go around Cole Brown, and they have. They look like they're chewing into the lead a little bit. The third leg, North has Yassine Jakib, and he's no slouch either.
No, he's a good 1,000-meter runner,
Yeah,
so he's going to have some wheels.
Yeah. And Cole Brown and
Nashua kid's hurt now, though.
Yeah.
He's only got to hurt for about 30 more meters, though.
Yeah. That was a bad handoff by Cole Brown. I'm always amazed how many blind handoffs there are in this. You even watch at the Olympics, the U.S. guys, and they don't have a great track record anyways. But
I was going to say, how's that worked out for the U.S.?
But, I mean, they at least look it into their hands lots of times. Wyatt Mackey's doing a good job bringing him back.
Jakib didn't put the pedal to the metal.
No.
I can tell you that. Hopefully he changes gears now because he let Cole Brown right back in this race. Look at a walk in the park.
Oh, we're going to have a good race at least now.
Luke Kasich closing for him.
Now he's starting to put it on. But he let him into the race.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe he didn't get the memo. This is a 4x400, not a 4x8. He did. He let those guys in.
Handed off around 250 with a leg to go.
I don't know who that is for North, but he looks pretty smooth.
A lot of teams here. Is there another heat of 4x4 after this? Yeah, there is.
There is, yeah.
Wow.
Wow, Trinity has closed the gap on everybody other than North. I don't know who the kid is from North, but he did a good job getting away.
Yeah, he's looked strong. Might be their 600 kid there.
Yeah, he's smooth.
Ooh, Trinity
A
might
nice
have
race
worked
for
a
second
little
here.
Yeah.
Is that Kasich?
Yes. Trinity worked way too hard closing that gap, but he's going to stay out.
Kasich's probably the only guy in that race that wishes it was one lap longer.
Yeah, I'm sure that's the case.
National North 346.28, Trinity 352.05, Cole Brown
Give me another
352.26, Londonderry 352.32.
All right, we've got Pinkerton, Wyndham, Merrimack, and who's on the outside?
Portsmouth.
Portsmouth. That's right, we hadn't seen them yet.
This should be a good race. Fast teams in this.
And get your toes off the line.
Merrimack went like 341 in here at the relay meet. That's pretty good run in here.
Yep.
And you know Pinkerton's got a good squad.
Yep. Wow. Merrimack had been right on the shoulder with Pinkerton in 3 strides. He was 3 strides ahead.
I haven't seen Wyndham's 4x4 all year. We don't run into them in the regular season, so I'm not sure.
Well, he's right off the back of Portsmouth.
Moving up now, too.
Yep. That move by Merrimack was a little too hard. Might be able to hold him off, but it's not a fun way knowing you're getting run down. Solid handoffs all around. Ooh. Merrimack, Wyndham, Pinkerton, Portsmouth.
Merrimack's got a good sized lead here, about 30 meters.
Yeah, they look good, huh?
Yep. I was going to say, Wyndham made a huge move to go around Pinkerton early.
Well, Pinkerton's got Plaza up next, so this will maybe tighten up a little bit.
Plaza ran a real solid 15.
150.
What was the winner in that?
409.
409.
It'll be interesting to see what they do with him at the state meet.
I think we know what they'll do with him in outdoor, but indoors is entirely another question.
Yeah, there's.
I don't think anybody's catching Merrimack.
Oh, Wyndham looking good.
Yeah.
No, Merrimack's looked good at this relay all year.
There goes Plaza.
Oh, let him on the inside.
Yep. Mistake.
They handed off about 245. That's really good in here. If this, they could go under 240 in here. Who's this for Pinkerton? It's not selling.
Nope.
Dane,
It is Dane, I think. Yeah.
he's got wheels.
It's
That's a
they're
big
closing.
lead. They are closing.
One lap to go here.
To go. 319.
So they're not going to be under 340, I wouldn't think.
They're catching, but they're not going to catch. I mean,
No,
they're
you're
catching
right.
up, but they're not going to catch.
Run out of real estate.
Yep. 41 point.
So Merrimack takes that 341.67. Pinkerton 344.01. Wyndham 344.31. And Portsmouth 352.29.
All right, they're getting the girls out here for. Got them all spread out. What they got going on?
Probably go 3 teams in the first one here.
Yeah. Oh, there we go. Okay, I see what they got.
Nope, just 2, huh?
So we got Wilton and West.
Wilton's a fairly new indoor team, correct?
Yeah, fairly small. I mean, I think they're 260 or something. They don't have cross country, so you know that's a. And then I don't know who their coaches or anything like that, but they've had a hard time catching any traction there as well.
Yeah.
But something seems to be going on because
running well right now.
Yep.
Takes a while when you start a new program.
Absolutely. And they've got, I mean, I don't even know. I remember going up to their place. They had a stone dust track, brand new when I was in high school. I know they don't use it for meets or anything like that. I don't even know if they have that as a possibility for training even. If not, they're stuck in the parking lot and hallways and everything else.
I don't think anyone has a track right now.
No.
Well, actually, we might after the rain yesterday.
Yeah, how was your ride back?
Wet.
It was like water skiing.
It was.
Wilton lean down the back stretch. Wilton lean down the back. Yes.
This setup's pretty awesome this year at UNH with the projector.
The timing.
The timing.
Yeah, we were talking about that a little bit earlier, that this is, definitely, I mean, it was nice the improvements that they made to the facility,
Yes.
2 years ago?
Yeah.
But this is definitely up the game all the way around.
So Wilton Lineborough takes that 140.78. West 151.53.
Looks like we're going with 2 people in the heats again. Trinity and Hanover.
I would think Hanover should have a pretty fast 160 team.
Yeah, this doesn't seem. I'm looking at, there's a whole bunch of teams over against the wall. Did they put in a slow time? Did they put in?
I'm not sure. Is McLean not running maybe? I don't know.
She ran the 4x4. Did they put in 4x200 time, non-converted?
That's possible, yeah.
That's McLean over there against the wall, right? I think so.
Yeah, that's her. Yeah.
So this will be 4 events for her today, too.
Well, coming to the second handoff here,
Yeah.
third leg.
50. 51 through the finishing post. I mean, they've got a significant lead, but you just don't know. With only 2 teams in here, it's kind of tell exactly what's going on. Post to post, 115. She took it at 115. She's moving, but I think we saw her working harder earlier.
I'm not sure that's her.
No, that's not her.
No?
Nope.
That's her stunt double.
Stunt, yeah. You got to keep one of those around just in case.
Yeah, that's not her.
138.
No.
No.
So Hanover 138.03, Trinity 144.52.
We got Goffstown. Goffstown? Goffstown and who?
They're on the inside there. I can't see them.
Manchester, maybe?
Yeah, Memorial.
Central. Memorial?
Memorial.
We seen Memorial race today?
Yeah. Oh,
We
yeah.
did?
They got a really good 600-meter girl.
Yeah, that's
Asia
what she
Mercier.
ran. I think that's what she ran. Was that the one? Was
She the-
Mercier signed up for the 1,000 and the 600 and then didn't run the 1,000, was in the 600.
That would have been a tough double.
Yeah, that's what we were saying. Only 2 teams in these races and staying in lanes the way
Well,
that they do. It's hard to tell exactly where things are.
So when they repainted it too this year, you can now cut in right away when you get the stick. It used to be the first two legs were in lanes.
and
Yeah. So that was a little change from previous years. Nice handoff.
That was a really good handoff, that one.
So Memorial's in the lead. Significant lead.
It's gonna be a good
Not
time.
going slow either.
No, it's gonna be a good time.
What did someone run that 600 in? 45?
Today? Yeah.
45 for the 600? That's pretty good.
That would be really fast. Yeah.
We were on the 300s, but Jimmy was still on the 600s. It's all right. I've been spending most of the day messing people's last names up.
Sounded it out, yeah.
They just made names easier, like Smith.
Oh, yeah. That's easy.
That's
So
what I've got practice on.
Memorial takes that 134.50. Goffstown, 139.24.
Up next, we got Cobrown and Timberlane. Cobrown known for their short sprints.
I don't know. Yeah. Yeah, they were. When Sarah Hall was there, Greg Hall kind of like brought him back in the.
Yeah, I do remember that they talk about having sprinters back in the day.
We got the Owl and Cole Brown here.
Yeah. We had Portsmouth tricking us earlier in the day with a different uniform. They got their standard uniform that seemed like all of their hurdlers were using. Then they had one hurdler in there with just a P on.
The uniforms, yeah, geez. Well, you get a big squad like that, you
Yeah,
probably
exactly.
run out of them pretty quick.
I would think. We run out of them with our small squad.
We switched colors. We went from blue to white. So now I got to be selective with who gets the white ones versus the blue ones,
You
so
gotta
that
try
the
to-
relays still match.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
inevitably, I give a freshman a blue one, and they're faster than.
What you expected.
And then I got to switch them out. And so
Ask for them back. And
uniforms is the biggest nightmare in coaching. It has to be.
Yeah, it's
Good
not about
handoff.
getting
Yeah,
them to run or
112.
anything.
They're going to have a good time here.
Yeah.
112 coming through. Right now, you pop into the low 130s, you're in good shape.
Timberlane trying to make up the ground, but looks like Cole Brown will get there.
Yeah, that's going to be a good time. 35, yeah.
Cole Brown takes that 135.22. Timberlane, 136.04.
All right, next heat we got Wyndham and Merrimack Valley. We're usually getting ready for the bus at this point in the meet. Do they normally always just do two in the 4x160?
Yeah, I mean, you can do 3, but it's like
Gets
sometimes it's
tricky.
survival of the fittest out there.
It sounds like fun though.
First, especially now where the first 2 legs aren't in lanes, it's,
Right.
I mean, that first handoff could be a nightmare if you have 3 teams out there.
I've always said, you know, they talk about the lack of interest in figure skating. I've always figured if they put like 5 of them out at the same time to do their things, you'd probably get better viewership and you'd be done faster.
Wyndham is flying right now. Way out.
Yeah. I don't know about that one. That was a DQ, right?
No, it wasn't a DQ, but
did it make it? They made it?
They got it in,
They
yeah.
did? Wow.
That's where, that's where that old blind handoff doesn't really.
No.
She was coming up on it fast.
Especially in something this like there's so much stuff going on.
When we were at the Nationals last year, we were watching the 4x200 trials in Bullis out of Virginia.
Yep.
The boys team, I think they had run 127 already in the 4x2, and they were doing blind handoffs in the trials for some ungodly reason, and dropped the stick.
That was it. Game over.
Yep. I could see maybe in the finals doing that.
Yep.
Maybe.
That's what you need. Yep.
But when you got 4 guys that are that fast,
4 guys that are faster than everybody else is 1 guy.
it's like the U.S. at the Olympics, right? Just get the stick around.
Can't win if you don't.
This will be a good run by Wyndham here. First team making a run at 130. Almost.
So Wyndham 131.67, Merrimack Valley 137.48.
All right, next up, Milford and Londonderry. Looks like we still got Pinkerton, Merrimack, Portsmouth, all geared up back there.
National North should be over there, I would think, unless they're not running one.
Yeah, I'm not seeing.
That's a tight one, finally. See who has a better handoff here.
I would say that was Milford.
Milford got it going a little bit faster, yeah. Still close, though. Look at this.
Still tight. Kind of have a contrast in forms going there. Londonderry starting to make up the gap. Yeah.
Gonna come down to this handoff. Pretty even.
Pretty even. Really tough to get around somebody when you're full out on one lap.
Yeah, you got to kind of hang on the shoulder around this corner and just hope you have enough. Yep.
Looks like
but you usually run out of real estate.
Yeah, and looks like that's the case.
Leader's still going to be from the last heat there, though. What was that?
131.
So Milford 132.35, Londonderry 132.89.
Merrimack and Pinkerton up next. For some reason, I'm seeing a lone Portsmouth team out there. Central. Oh, and the Central girls. Okay.
Central's
they're not going to make somebody run.
Central has a good 4x2.
It's going to be a close one, too. Good handoffs.
Yep.
Merrimack opening a slight gap.
Uh-oh.
So what do you guys think in the 4x1 and 4x2? The Federation's going to 30-meter handoff zone. Starting at the
You're talking outdoors, right? Because
outdoors.
indoors we don't have a fly zone, so it
no,
doesn't matter.
exactly.
I don't think it really matters. I mean,
I think it's going to make officiating cleaner. It's going to make it easier to teach the athletes what's going on. But, I mean, 30 meters in a 4x1, that's a lot of space.
It's a real lot of
sure
space.
is. Can maybe make a horse run about 110 of that.
Yes, you
instead
can.
of. I think it really come into play on that second handoff. If you have a fast kid, you can throw him on that
Absolutely.
back stretch. And I don't want to give all my secrets away, but
Well, they went right in one of my ears and out the other because we don't need to worry about that. Merrimack in 130.08 and Pinkerton in 130.9. Last section, Portsmouth and Central.
I'm going to predict that these two teams both go under 130.
They're going to need to if they're going to be the top two teams, right?
Central's already done it this year. I forget if Portsmouth has.
They should be able to with the amount of hurdlers they have.
Central's got a real good crew in this, though.
Yeah, ones that I can't pronounce their names.
I can't pronounce anyone's name, which is bad as a teacher, but
Yeah,
so Central's way out.
way out. Portsmouth's not even wearing the same uniforms. They're going to have to fix that before they get to states. Portsmouth's making up ground on their second leg.
I think those just might be new uniforms, to be honest.
I know, but so you've got some in the old and some in the new.
Okay. Coming through in 44, that's good.
And they could make up some time with their handoffs too.
That last one, the first one was pretty good.
Pretty good, but their lead leg almost ran right over their second leg.
It's probably right on where it needs to be for a 4x2, though.
Exactly.
Nice
Oh,
handoff.
107.
Yep, it's going to be a good one.
That'll be 129 high, 130 low.
Girl from Portsmouth's coming, but that's a big ass to get around in one lap. I think that's it. 128, 130.
Wow. Central 129.14, Portsmouth 129.89.
So they did. You said both under, and they were.
Did Portsmouth get under?
Yep.
Yeah, nice.
All right, on to the boys. We got Cole Brown, Hanover, and Londonderry on the track. Cole Brown is highest closing.
So we got 3 here, huh?
Yeah. They must have had an uneven number, so in the slowest heat, choosing to opt there.
That's what
Usually
they
the
do with
biggest
it,
gap, yeah. Those early heats got kind of spread out.
Oh, man, this is going to be a great first handoff, though. They're all right together.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah, they made it.
Wow.
Not without dropping speed, though.
Probably tricky for Hanover. This is the only time they really come down here.
Yeah.
Nice handoff.
Cole Brown's out to a significant lead in this.
What did Higas run today?
55
In the 300.
in the 300.
Speed day, huh?
Yep. He looked good in the 55, but he's not a 55 guy.
No, that's okay, though. It's
Yep.
good to turn him over.
Absolutely.
Him and Dante were a lot of fun to watch up at the Dartmouth Relays.
Yeah.
22.
So Cole Brown takes that 122.11. Londonderry 124.24. Hanover 126.08.
Doesn't look like anybody else wants to run the 4x160.
There's a lot of teams over there. I don't know what.
Yeah. don't know if they're having a seating issue. They're all being held up there right now.
Maybe someone called the timeout.
I don't know, some hold up. They're all hipped. They have a team drop out maybe, and they want to run another heat of 3.
They might have
Now
to do
to
that if
equal it
someone.
back
I
up.
see we're running for some new stickers, so that might be the case.
Yeah. Late withdrawal after the seating.
You guys on the mic for the late one?
Yep.
Yeah.
We'll talk your kids up. Or do you want us to say
Well-
stuff to inspire them differently?
I don't know. We're doing some different things today.
That's good, though.
Yeah.
You can't run indoor straight the way your kids might want to do it. Like, that's a huge mistake.
Oh,
the kid's
yeah.
a 300-meter kid and wants to just keep crushing the 300. That's a huge, huge mistake.
No one does that. Well, the only ones that do that are hurdlers. So you got to run hurdles every week.
Yeah,
'cause
that's practice.
especially now,
Yeah,
you don't
absolutely.
have an opportunity to really run the hurdles that much.
Mm-hmm.
It's not quite the same inside your cafeteria.
No. All right, we got Milford Memorial and Merrimack Valley.
That's
So
exactly
that's
what
definitely
was
going on.
Someone dropped, so they had to
Yeah.
run another heat of 3.
Exactly. Equal things back out. So all that time we waited around is probably saved in the fact that we condensed our heats.
Well, the pride is out, but Memorial with a better handoff took the lead.
Much better handoff.
Oh no, that guy's got to cut in. Everyone's got to cut in.
Or not.
I mean,
Oh,
you
he's
don't
in
have to.
Yeah, it's not against the rules. You can run extra if you want. I think you definitely have some teams trying out some new legs.
Yes. Well, these next 2 weeks are the
Exactly what that's
to meet
for.
to do that.
That was a solid handoff. Guessing the anchor legs maybe have done this before. Kid from Milford is moving.
There he is.
Doesn't have enough time to get there, but geez.
22.
So Memorial takes that 122.63. Milford 123.67. Merrimack Valley 127.63.
All right, next up, we've got the battle of the schools with T's as their name, Trinity and Timberlane.
That was the battle of M's right there.
Yeah.
That was. Did they alphabetize these?
Yes.
Is that why they?
Yep. Last up is Xavier and LaSalle had a sprint relay team down there last night.
Yeah, I saw that in the results.
I tried to sneak us in at the last minute.
You did? I was actually looking to see if you had something in there.
We kind of ran that time too late.
Yeah.
You know. Next year though. There was we were wondering how one of the girls' teams got in there. I forget who it was. I think it was Tewksbury. And then they handed off to their 800 meter
Yeah,
girl.
they were ranked number 1 and they were coming in
Way
last, way back.
Oh, wow.
And they handed off to their 800 meter girl. And then we understood why
finished-
they were
I
in
think
it.
they finished second, right?
Yeah, they finished second. She must have ran 2:10.
Really?
Yeah. Passing everyone. Oh. No, they were out of the zone.
Yeah, we're going to have to finish this one solo here for Timberlane.
Yeah.
I hope those other Trinity kids didn't come just for this event. That's the one thing you worry about at the qualifiers.
Yeah. Post race Nike Oregon project workout they got now.
Yes.
Get around there and run some laps. But what was the weather like when you came in? Pretty nice
It's
out
nice
there?
out.
Yeah.
I mean, I have shorts on, but I would wear shorts anyhow.
Right,
So.
exactly.
Yeah, it wasn't a bad winter this year.
We're not out of February yet, though. Remember last year?
Seems like
It's
we
just
should
crazy. The next 10 days is supposed to be
Real nice, actually.
dip down and then be warm again.
Well, that's a good run.
121. Yeah.
Timberlane.
It's the fastest so far, isn't it?
Yep.
I think Timberlane won that heat.
121.12. That's the fastest so far today.
All right, looks like we've got Portsmouth and Merrimack. It's actually Merrimack, but it should be. We're going to keep consistent.
Oh, right, yeah. Both these schools have good relays. Merrimack's out hard.
Mm-hmm. Made up the stagger. That's quite a advantage in the handoff there.
Portsmouth, come on.
Portsmouth doing a good job of not getting too excited.
No, they had a pretty bad handoff, but they,
was
that was a good one.
And he is making up ground. Significant ground. Tough place to pass, though.
Wow, you going to let him in?
Oh,
no.
man. That's such a bummer.
Got to teach him. Got to teach them both, right?
Both of them had really good times going, too. That's some of the carnage I was referring to with three-team 4x160s.
Yeah. Well, he was trying to force himself through the inside, but you've got so much force pushing you to the outside when you go by. You can't stay in that little gap that was there.
The inside pass rarely
They still
works.
have the fastest time.
Yeah.
Yeah, 121.08.
121.08.
I think they've run 118 already this year, though, so they'll be bummed out about that.
All right, next up we got Wyndham and North.
It's good, pretty good rumble there, though.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, you know
It
what?
was a good rumble when they went down on the track.
It's better that that happens this week instead of 2 weeks from now.
Absolutely. Gives an opportunity for their coaches to talk to them.
I'm sure Coach Lyford will tell him, do not pass on the inside. Every once in a while, you can get away with it.
Oh, yeah.
Usually-
Sometimes when you see an open.
Not
but
that,
not with the speed ones
Not
versus
that
the distance.
fast. No. I mean, what's it take to throw you off balance? Nothing.
And coming off the corner.
Yeah, right, exactly.
Kidding me?
Sometimes the kids can't stay in their lanes all by themselves.
Wyndham should have a really good one here.
That
based
was a
on their
very good
sprinters.
handoff, the way that one just went down. Wyndham's got it going on this one.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of really good sprinters.
Wow.
So they got their coach telling them not to do blind handoffs.
No, but their handoffs are pretty damn good doing that.
You don't have to do them blind as long as you
No.
get the stick moving.
And the other thing is that, I mean, he watched it right into his hand, but as soon as it was there, he turned around. Like,
Yeah.
That's way better than stepping on the
Jeez,
gas
look
and
at
then
good
having
ones.
to
It's
slow
going to be a good
down.
time right here.
If you got to slow down to take the handoff blind, you just screwed yourself over.
Going after Newmarket, I think, has the top time in D2. I'm not going to get that, but that's a good run. Sub 120.
Yep.
So Wyndham 119.38, Nashua North 122.11.
Is that it?
That'll do it,
That's
yeah.
it.
No
All
more
right.
guys out there. Gotten through the entirety of the first meet of the day.
Yeah. Only got to see one wipe out.
Pretty good one, though.
That was
Yes,
good.
that was
I liked how they both fell at the same time,
Yeah.
like perfectly.
I think I'm more impressed
Dominoes.
at how quick they both bounced
Yeah.
up, too, and kept
They
going.
did well to do that. Still had the second fastest
Domino
time.
effect.
They did have the second fastest.
Well,
They
that was
would
a
have.
good-
They would have crushed it though.
Yeah.
I don't know if they would have beaten that though.
That fall was worth at least 2 seconds. Think
Yeah,
about it. You
they-
got to
At
get going
least,
again.
At least, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they would have won it.
I think so. All right, so there we go. First meet of the day in the books.
Okay.
See you later this afternoon.